Well, leaders are scrambling to find a diplomatic solution to the intensifying standoff over Ukraine. US President Joe Biden will speak with leaders of the European Union and NATO today over the phone to discuss the worsening crisis. Now, those talks are happening after a shelling incident in a separatist region in eastern Ukraine yesterday, signalling an escalation of violence. The US says Russia may use the conflict as a pretext to invade Ukraine. But Russia maintains invasion is not part of its plans. Today, Moscow said that it's withdrawing more tanks and armoured vehicles from areas near Ukraine after they completed military exercises. But the West still has its doubts, and they're likely to be compounded by more military activity tomorrow. Kremlin says President Vladimir Putin will oversee strategic military drills this weekend, and those exercises will involve ballistic and cruise missile launches. Nick Harper joins us live now from Washington, D.C. for more on this story. Nick, several diplomatic efforts have already been made in the past weeks. What are the chances of a breakthrough, though, in this latest round of talks?
Well, Dawn, this feels a little bit like deja vu. We're in exactly the same situation, this time last week. President Biden last week on Friday held a video call with European leaders. And here we are a week on, exactly the same situation taking place. A breakthrough does not seem likely from this phone call. In many ways, it's more of an end of week update for all of the Western allies to get together and to see what the situation currently is. It's morning time here in Washington, D.C. We're told the phone call will take place at some point during the afternoon. The president will speak with transatlantic leaders. We know that will include France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Romania, the UK, but also Canada, NATO and the EU. They'll be talking about Russia's military buildup, and we're told also the continued efforts to pursue deterrence and diplomacy. And we are seeing a lot of diplomacy going on. It has now been confirmed by the State Department that the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken will be meeting with his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, at some point next week. Blinken is currently in Germany for the Munich Security Conference and will remain there, and at some point next week meet with Sergei Lavrov. And we've also got the US Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin. He's in Europe at the moment. He met with NATO in Brussels during the course of Thursday, and he's now in Poland meeting US troops. But one bit of diplomacy we're told is not going to happen. President Biden saying he has no plans to speak to the Russian leader, Vladimir Putin.
Well, meantime, Nick, those military drills by Russia tomorrow, they're likely to inflame tensions further.
Absolutely, Dawn. I mean, we're in this strange situation where essentially Russia is saying one thing but doing another thing. Very contradictory. For the last 3 days, they've said that they are withdrawing troops from the border. They've even produced video evidence that they claim shows that of Russian troops being pulled back. But Lloyd Austin, the US Defense Secretary, and NATO's leaders are saying they are seeing no evidence of that. So yes, this weekend we've got the annual GROM drills, but the timing of it is interesting. Normally it would happen in late summer. It's been brought forward to February. That will worry Western leaders, and the fact that we're told President Putin will personally oversee these drills and that it will include cruise and ballistic missiles to simulate nuclear weapons. That taking place over the course of the weekend at the same time that the drills in Belarus are coming to an end. The West has always worried that the Russian military drills may be used as cover for an invasion. So these drills this weekend will be watched very closely by the West.
Indeed. Nick, thank you very much for that update. Nick Harper there in Washington, D.C.